Welcome back, team, to the National Collegiate Rugby All-Stars, where the Rising Stars semifinals are about to take place. Our first matchup, Great Waters against the Mid-Atlantic. Later on, we're going to have the North Atlantic versus Eastern Pennsylvania. My name is Darian Lovelace. I'm joined by Abby Gustitis. On the right-hand side, you're going to see the Mid-America in the pink. Or excuse me, Mid-Atlantic in the pink, and then Great Waters in the blue on your left. Great Waters kicking off, and the whistle has been blown, so we are underway here. Kick is a deep one. And now they move it to the left-hand side, finally getting it to the edge, and it's a foot race, getting close to the sideline. Ball gets knocked forward and right into the hands of Tim. And ball movement looks good until it's bottled up in the middle. A shoulder check, though, in the middle from Bond. Gets the ball moving further and further back. And now Great Waters are deep within their 22. All stacked to the left. Ball moves through the hands, making its way to the third attacker. She's missed, though, on the tackle, but well contained as the defensive line gets set for the team in pink. Great Waters now trying to get it to that edge. They do successfully, but still getting close to that sideline. They pop it back inside and finally make it out of the 22. There's contest at ruck time, though. And a wayward pass. A lot of rugby played down here in this end. A nice little cut on the outside, though, and that's Erickson. We talked about her time and time again. It looks like she's over the 50, she's over the 40, two to chase, deep within the 22. That's going to be the number 10, Ella Erickson. And Abby, we talked about her all throughout this weekend. Great Waters draw first blood.
Ella Erickson cracks open this match from a barreling run. It starts from absolutely nothing. She is on her own 22. She breaks one tackle, two tackles. It's a hop and a step, and then the acceleration in that pace. This woman scored 6 tries yesterday, and she is picking up right where she left off.
Conversion is good, so that's going to bring our score 7-0. Great Waters on top as they get set for the kickoff. Manor will be the one to kick this off. Ball is taken cleanly as the Mid-Atlantic get to go ahead and have their first go. Almost breaking the line is Robinson. Still on her feet. She pops back to an awaiting lady in pink. Now the ball is getting moved to the left-hand side. This is good ball movement from the Mid-Atlantic. They hit it on at pace. It's a foot race now. And cutting back on the inside is Blackman. Blackman keeps her feet, and now they're at the 22. They've got room to bird to the right-hand side. Line's looking a little bit flat, so a hard step is going to have to come from Ron. Ron now at the 10. She pops off of the base. And Robinson will go ahead and get it in between the sticks. That's going to bring our score 5-7.
Juliet Robinson, often the creator for this Mid-Atlantic side, adds her name to the score sheet. I think almost everyone from the Mid-Atlantic team touched the ball in these phases of play. Morgan Ron, instrumental as well, getting the go forward, has the wherewithal to pop that to a supporting Robinson, who brings this one within touching distance.
Greenleaf attempts that conversion. It's going to be no good, so score is going to still stay 5-7 after a beautiful play from Robinson, the international political economy major.
And these two teams actually faced off yesterday. Mid-Atlantic had a commanding win of 33-5, but right now we see we're in a little bit of a tussle. Just goes to show day 2 of Rugby Sevens can leave it all on the line.
First kick by the Mid-Atlantic. It does go the 10, and it's a wraparound tackle as all of the runners are stacked to the right for the Great Waters. Get caught a little bit flat at that second receiver, so she's taken down to ground. Got a nice split field. They continue to move it to the right-hand side, and some space does open up for a speedster, but it's a good tackle. Comes in from Worthington. Just battering them down is the Mid-Atlantic. It goes over the head of Greenleaf. And that's going to be a knock-on. It's going to go back in favor of the Mid-Atlantic.
A little indecision there from the Great Waters team. Their attack, not much oomph. They're not attacking onto the ball, not being threatening, just passing the ball through the hands, a little too static, making it easy for the Mid-Atlantic defense. But Robinson with ball in hand, look for her to create a little magic at the base of this scrum.
Ball gets fed in, and it's a contest. Great Waters somehow end up with it, and they're already off to the races there. It almost gets lost by Manor, but she does well to corral it in. Referee not happy, though, with a diving over penalty, so now it's going to go back to the team in pink. And that's not what you want if you're Great Waters. They get set on their defensive line, and all of the runners look to be stacked on the left for Mid-Atlantic. A nice straightening line that comes in from Ron from Robinson. He's really shaking things up there. All of the defense folds to the right. They elect to go to the left. Worthington is knocking on the door there. They've got room to move it to the left if they can get it. Choosing to dive at the line. We'll get you that number here in just a second, but Mid-Atlantic, looks like that was Greenleaf who went ahead and scored that try. So 10-7, the Mid-Atlantic, and that's a comeback for them.
Morgan Ron does it again, breaks up the middle. It takes 3 defenders to stop her, and then Sid Worthington. Her physical presence is really known within this Mid-Atlantic side. Greenleaf knows she's just a few inches from the try line. She adds her name again to the score sheet. Looks like conversion is good this time around. So 12 points to 7, Mid-Atlantic finding that momentum, pulling it back to their team's side.
And Abby, I think you know this better than anybody, but sevens, I mean, it's on a game-by-game basis. There's no set in stone rhyme or reason. It's just a bounce of the ball sometimes. Mid-Atlantic give a low ball. It bounces off the foot of Gleason, and Gleason is met heavily by a big hit coming in from Mid-Atlantic. It's going to be a knock-on as well, and Mid-Atlantic now get a scrum deep within the 22 on this right-hand side.
Scrum to Mid-Atlantic within the 22 of Great Waters. Danger zone for this blue side. And as you can see, we are out of time in this first half. So this will be the last play. One final opportunity for Mid-Atlantic to put a 3rd try on the board in this first half.
Ball's fed in, and they do win this one. Moving it through the hands now as none other than Ron has a rumble. A wayward pass, though, finds its way into the hands of the 28. That's Blackman. Blackman looks like she's going to go ahead and jot it down. And Abby, that's exactly what Mid-Atlantic needed.
A classy finish from Blackman, her first try of the weekend, but a well-worked one. You see Ron, Great Waters knows she's coming in and steaming through, but then pops it off. It's the swerve, the fend, and then another swerve. It's really nice try, a nice 5-pointer for Blackman.
Greenleaf bounces that one off the post. So our score is going to say 17-7 with the Mid-Atlantic on top. We'll be right back.
In our game, we play with our hearts. We don't play with sticks, bats, or gloves. We don't wear shoulder pads or helmets. We keep playing when it hurts. And we leave everything on the field. What we wear must be built for our game.
Let's get ready. Major League Rugby is now.
This is the moment we waited for. Everything you want is right here. We gon' give them what they came for. We gon' take it up from last year.
The Rugby Network is giving you all the free MLR content you want, live and on demand. Never miss a hit, never miss a try, never miss your team. MLR on TRN. Never miss a match.
Welcome back, team, where we've got the Rising Stars semifinals underway. The team in pink, Mid-Atlantic, is on top 17-7. Great Waters trailing behind, and Mid-Atlantic are going to be the ones to get this party started. Ball goes up, and it's fielded well for Great Waters. This is better ball movement from them. Some beautiful steps and some offloads. Get them some go forward in the middle of the pitch there. Connor gets taken to ground, and they've got room to burn to the right-hand side. They choose to do so here. A nice draw and pass almost finds its way into the hands of Erickson. She's under a lot of pressure there. Looks like it might have gotten knocked on off of a Mid-Atlantic hand. So that's going to be a scrum going in favor of Great Waters.
It's a little knock on in the tackle, nothing egregious, so scrum only. As Great Waters will have the put in, their danger woman, Ella Erickson, set up in that second receiver position. We saw her open this matchup with a flying try down the pitch, so I think Great Waters will probably try to get the ball in her hands.
Scrum is a little bit messy there, but it does go in favor of Great Waters, and toying with the sideline. It's the number 6, and she gets tackled out of bounds.
Disappointing for Great Waters, as you have the set piece, you have all of the forwards sucked in. That's really the benefit of the scrum option, is giving your backs potentially those speedsters, those with the fancy footwork, all the width of the pitch to work with, and then to get bundled into touch, not the result you're after.
Line out is fielded cleanly there by Mid-Atlantic, choosing to go ahead and take it into the defense. And now a substitute that came on, Cave. Cave is carving up through the middle there. And continuing to play ball is Grove. She uses a fend and keeps the ball alive here. Offloading it to Greenleaf. Greenleaf spots a gap, and Greenleaf is gonna go ahead and dot it in between the 6. And that's gonna go ahead and bring our score 22-7. Now the Mid-Atlantic has a stacked coaching staff between Andrew Higgs, Christopher Newport, and Devin O'Crump.
Devin O'Crump, a former Eagle, potentially teaching her girls some tricks of the trade, and Greenleaf must be a great student because she's picked them all up. That's her 5th try of the weekend. I'm really loving this Mid-Atlantic side. Super comprehensive, both on defense and attack. They're working really well together, even though they come from all different schools.
Conversion was good. That's going to bring our score 24-7. A kick to the right-hand side, and it hits the deck as Stan Islowski misses that mark. And now Great Waters will move it to the right-hand side. Dishing a dummy and then almost getting through was Connor. And she's dragged down by her jersey. They've got options to the left-hand side now. And a nice solid hands and a nice straightening run. Gets it into Stanislawski. And now choosing to play in this 15-meter channel. Looks like we might have had an offsides, but referee says play on. And again, working her arms free. And racing down to the sideline is Manor off of a beautiful offload from Connor. Manor gets rid of one, and then Manor is gonna go ahead and dot it right out to the right. And that's the answer that Great Waters needs. It brings our score 24-12.
Molly Manor snags one back for Great Waters. Simple, moving through the hands, a little right foot step, evades the tackle. And I like how Manor just stays out wide. It's a nice little offload to our Greenleaf, not quite quick enough to get there to make the cover tackle. So Molly Manor gets her team back in this one, and score is 12 points to 24. So 2 tries the difference at the moment.
Mariner, the illustration major, will be the one to kick us off, and they are set and ready to go. Referee not happy, so she tells them to pause as Mariner gives it a nice hit. It hits the deck once, and Mid-Atlantic do well to field it. Picking it up off of the base, they choose a pick and go, and Cave is brought down quickly, and referee calls it for not releasing, so it goes back to Great Waters, and they are ready to play. Taking it right into the heart of the defense is Stanislawski. She finally gets brought to ground. They've got numbers to the right if they can move it. Manor's got it in the hands now. And doing a nice step back inside. And the same thing that we just saw, Shelfo McGrath is close to that sideline, and the flag goes up just a little bit too close, and now Great Waters lose that possession, and Mid-Atlantic are going to get the line out.
Great Waters, just their own worst enemy at the moment. Really nice little right foot step there from Parent. Gives the offload, but she doesn't quite have the gas to get outside the defense, and then it's really a simple defensive effort from Mid-Atlantic to earn the ball back.
Mid-Atlantic go up, and the line out is a good one here. Coming around is Robinson. And they're kind of held up there, stuck in the middle. Great Waters now reset as Cave rounds the corner. She's brought down quickly, though, by Stanislawski. Referee not happy, though, with the entry of that ruck. So Great Waters will get that penalty, and they're deep within the 22. And it looks like they're going to elect for the scrum, and we've only got about 36 seconds left. Probably not their best option here.
So Brulea right there, that penalty, she went in to support the ruck and then decided to pick the ball up, but the ruck had been formed. So penalty to Great Waters, and then agreed, you want to play quickly, you need to score twice, so unlikely they're going to be able to overcome this deficit.
Gleason picks it up off of the base, steps back inside, and coming around was Tim. Tim gets it into the hands of Brink, and Brink will go ahead and dot it down in between the sticks, but we are almost about out of time. I don't know if it's going to be enough for them to have one more attempt.
See the center for Mid-Atlantic, comes rushing up, takes the inside person, and then Cave bites down, is just unable to make the hit. She remains down, but it does look like the game is over potentially. We see some celebrations from Mid-Atlantic, so that conversion was taken just after the whistle, and we will see Mid-Atlantic march on to still compete for the championship as they win this one, 24 points to 19.
24-19 is our final score. Next, we're going to have the North Atlantic playing Eastern Penn. Stay with us, team.
In our game, we play with our hearts. We don't play with sticks, bats, or gloves. We don't wear shoulder pads or helmets. We keep playing when it hurts. And we leave everything on the field. What we wear must be built for our game.
Let's get ready. Major Major League Rugby is now.
This is the moment we waited for. Everything you want is right here. We gon' give them what they came for. We gon' take it up from last year.
The Rugby Network is giving you all the free MLR content you want, live and on demand. Never miss a hit, never miss a try, never miss your team. MLR on TRN. Never miss a match.
Quick announcement. T-shirts, $15. One t-shirt, we got some t-shirts left, limited supply, going at $15 now at the merchant. Go get yours today.
Welcome back, everybody, as we get underway for the semifinals for the Rising Stars bracket here for the National Collegiate Rugby All-Stars. On your left is going to be Eastern Penn in the blue shorts, and on your right is going to be North Atlantic in the all-white. North Atlantic do really well to field this one, and already off to the races is McBrayer, but a turnover at ruck time from Austin allows Eastern Penn their first chance at attack. Page has got it into the hands. A nice ball that almost goes over the head of Duffy Perry. Causes her to get a little bit delayed there. They've got numbers to the left. And choosing to just drop the shoulder and take it into contact is Bowen. And they've got options on both sides. Dennis now with it in the hands, almost connects with Austin. Looks like it might have connected with the hand and then the ground, so that's going to be a knock on.
You thought Eastern Penn were going to be in for all money. It was a really nice 2v1 setup. Inside player had ball in two hands, worked the defender. As you can see there, Dennis, she does really well. She pulls McBrayer in. Ball just had to be caught, and she would have been in to open this one up, but knock on. So ball for North Atlantic for the first time.
And it goes right back to Eastern Penn off of a strong scrum, excuse me. Page goes out and takes it right at center. And then looks like there might have been a looping play here, and off with the fend is Bolt. Bolt, fast as all get out. Goes ahead and draws the first try for Eastern Penn to the right-hand side.
All comes off the turnover at the scrum. You see the prop hook that one back. And then a nice carry forward from Garner, releasing Bolt. Just takes the edge, opens this matchup, gets herself a try.
Conversion veers to the right, so our score is at 5-0 with the Eastern Penn on top.
And both of these teams had incredible day one performances, both undefeated, and looking to continue that streak here and continue on at the hopes of lifting a championship trophy.
Kick taken well by Urista. Urista offloads it to McBrayer. McBrayer holding strong in the contact. We were talking the other day and said that McBrayer almost reminds us a little bit of Kershey and a Kelter mix.
100%. Low center of gravity, good footwork, strong balance, and really great ball carriers.
Choosing to just play a lot of rugby here in center pitch is Garner, the original Darien. Moving it now to the left-hand side, getting a little bit bottled up again, just wearing the ground down there at the center 50. Garner with ball in hand, attacks the line, and taken quickly to ground is Urista. Page gives a big shoulder hit, but they finally break through the 50. Garner now moving it to Mitchell. Mitchell just tucks the head, bows down, and is able to break through the line. She'll break it in between the sticks as well. It's gonna bring our score 5-5 with a conversion here in the middle.
Colleen Mitchell receives this off of a quick carry from Schaefer. She's the first receiver, spots a littlest of gaps, accelerates through, no one back home. It's 5 points for her. It's 5 tries on the weekend, and it's 5 points apiece.
Conversion seems to be no good, so that's going to keep our score 5-5. And about 3 minutes left here in this first half. Kick does make it 10 after a couple bounces, and Austin is there to get this underway. Support is slightly late, but no contest at the ruck as a looping switch play finds its way into the hands of Bowen. Bowen, no stranger to contact. She's got Page over the top. And with a left pass, they decide to boot it. Foster gives chase. Foster will go ahead and pick this one up right at the sideline there. And that is a play by Foster, who scores for Eastern Penn.
Lindsay Foster, the first receiver. No one in the backfield. A chip, a chase, a snag of the ball. The finish, no one in the backfield. She dots it down. What a response.
Kick is no good, so that's going to be 10-5. And a minute and a half gone here in this semifinal. We just saw Mid-Atlantic take that last win against Great Waters. Whoever wins this game will face them in the final. Foster, our try scorer, gives a deep kick, and it goes over the heads of McBrayer. She's got to play janitor and clean this one up. She does well. Got all the numbers to the left. And choosing to do it again is Mitchell, but she's brought down quickly by Austin. And Bowen becomes a bully at ruck time, and it's a foot race as it gets kicked back, but referee unhappy. Looks like it's a knock on, and it's gonna go in favor of Eastern Penn with the center scrum.
Just a little knock on the floor there, but messy breakdowns, a little bit of miscommunication from this North Atlantic side. They're pumping too many people into those rucks, and it's causing confusion around who should play 9. Instead, they need to count their threes, and if you're not involved, you have to get out. You have to reload and set your back line. That's what's going to challenge the defense and put you in the best attacking position.
Duffy Perry will put this one in. All numbers are stacked to the right-hand side. Already shouldering through is Eastern Penn. Ball is one. Foster gives a looping play to Duffy Perry, then gets it to Austin, and now Paige has got it. Paige gives a little flick of the wrist to Sunny B, and it doesn't connect well with Austin. So it gets taken out of bounds. Looks like they might have an option.
Feeds it from the right-hand scrum. Hits the loop, and then a double loop comes And then Gardner tries the little flick. Not quite ready for that one. So North Atlantic will have the final say in this first half.
Ball goes up, and Garner is able to bring that one in. It's bobbled, though, and Bowen is right in the face of North Atlantic. It gets taken back. Mitchell's got to clean it up. It's in the try zone, and it bounces out the back. Looks a little bit chaotic, so we'll see what referee decides. It's going to be a 5-meter scrum. It's going to go to Eastern Penn.
Clean ball from the line out, a nice throw, but they are on their try zone. She offloads the ball in contact. And I believe the referee calls a knock on, so awards the scrum. I'm not sure anyone has their eyes on the clock. We are a minute and a half over the 7-minute mark.
This has to be final play here. They get it off of the base. Duffy Perry moves it to Page. Page gives it back to Duffy Perry there, and Duffy Perry will score it on the right-hand side with all of that extra time. So that's going to bring our score 15-5.
Eastern Penn have really clawed their way back with all this momentum. Garner involved again, using her physical presence, hits the offload, and then that's the third try for Eastern Penn. And Duffy Perry will add her name to the scores.
Still have a whole second half to determine who's going to punch their ticket into the Rising Stars final. Stay with us.
In our game, we play with our hearts. We don't play with sticks, bats, or gloves. We don't wear shoulder pads or helmets. We keep playing when it hurts. And we leave everything on the field. What we wear must be built for our game.
Welcome back. We are here for the second half of the Collegiate Rugby All-Stars, the Rising Stars bracket. We're here for the semifinals where we've got Eastern Penn versus the North Atlantic. Eastern Penn are leading 15-5 after a long first half. North Atlantic down, and the points scored against them yesterday were 15, and Eastern Penn have already made their way to that goal. Taking it in, ready to rumble is Foster. Foster elects to try and take some space to the right, and North Atlantic are contesting heavily at ruck time. Bowen at that third receiver spot makes her way through, and a big shoulder check, but she is well contained to the sacrificial play of Westervelt. Page making her presence known here. It's a foot race now. We've got McBrayer. McBrayer misses that one, tries to tackle her with one arm, and Page dots it down for another 5 for Eastern Penn.
Page has been all over the pitch this morning, and she potentially just helped her team stamp their way to a championship final. But take a look at the barreling figure of Bowen. Breaks the advantage line. Page ends up with ball in hand, striding down the field, looking like Alona Marr out there, headgear and all, barely hitting second gear.
Looks like that conversion was good. That's going to bring our score 22-5. Eastern Penn And again, whoever wins this game will be punching their ticket into the Rising Stars final against the Mid-Atlantic, who was able to beat Great Waters. Ball goes over the head of Mitchell on this kickoff and hits the sideline, and they get pinned deep within that end. And if you are the North Atlantic, it's not something that you wanted. Paige almost thought that it was for them and tried to toss it in.
It's a great tactic off the restart. Getting behind the receivers, letting it roll into touch. Now is an opportunity for Eastern Penn to apply a lot of pressure, not only to the line out, but to the back line. See if they can get a turnover and a quick try.
Going up for it is Leavitt. It goes through the hands of Leavitt and into the hands of Eastern Penn. And scoring yet again is Eastern Penn.
Line out doesn't quite go to hands. It does go backwards, but Dennis right there to scoop that one up. And then I think Bowen gets the try. She has been hitting the advantage line all day, and this time she dots it down. And look at the celebrations on the sideline. They're all smiles as Eastern Penn are cruising their way into a final.
Foster's kick is short, but choosing to go ahead and play is White, and White is streaking down the sideline. Now it's a foot race. Coming behind is Dennis. Can Dennis make it work? She's at the corner now, and over the line is White. We'll see, though, if a referee can agree that it is a try, and the North Atlantic finally get some points on the board.
She takes the restart, Lily Dennis. It doesn't go 10, but backs herself, evades the tackle, and is quick enough to steer clear of Dennis, Sarah White there for North Atlantic. Hopefully galvanizes her team for a comeback.
Kick is going to be short, so 10-25. We've got about 3 minutes left. Eastern Penn are going to need a lot of points here. Kick goes up, it goes tens and finds its way into the barreling Bowen. She's well contained, though, by Mitchell. Foster moves it to Austin. Austin chooses to take it into the center of the defense there. Looping around is Foster, who gets it into the hands of Bolt. Bolt, though, gives a wayward pass, and North Atlantic find themselves in the right place at the right time. Referee with a not releasing penalty, though, gets it back to Eastern Penn, and Foster decides to go. She does get tackled out of bounds, though, by a North Atlantic side.
Eastern Penn, quick tap. Lindsay Foster had an individual brilliant try in the first half. This time, just corralled into touch. It does kill a little bit of time. I know that wasn't the tactic going into the tackle into touch, but Eastern Penn will benefit from the time coming off the clock. But what a shot coming in from Austin.
Oh, Austin just flattened it like a pancake there. Somebody did get knocked out of bounds, and they elect to go quick as Paige moves it to Bolt, and Bolt knocks it on. Sometimes going too quick, your last attacker doesn't know that they're supposed to receive the ball.
There's a little eagerness from Eastern Penn. The smart move would have been to kill the clock. You're already in control of this game. You've booked your way into a final. Just let a little bit more of that time come off the clock and coast into that championship.
Scrum is tough for North Atlantic as Eastern Penn, they've got They've got Bowen and Austin up in the front. That's a tough scrum, but referee calls for the reset.
Expect a lot of pressure put on this scrum. A messy ball likely for North Atlantic.
A lot of pressure happening at the back. Bowen is already over top of that. Playing it on the ground, it looks like it might have been the call. And
Disagree with that call from the referee, as the North Atlantic player was definitely on the ground trying to place it back multiple efforts.
McBriar takes the quick tap off of a high tackle call. And it looks like Austin might have turned this one over, as Austin looks to set the stage. An offload, though, from the base, gets it into the hands of Paige. Paige throws a dummy. Nobody's on the outside, so Paige is going to finish the job. And Paige is going to dot it between the sticks. Going to bring our score to 32 to 15. And it looks like Eastern Penn just punched in their ticket to play against the Mid-Atlantic for the final.
Austin, the tackle assist in this. She releases. She is over top that pill. And then look at the support, the handoff from Eastern Penn. That's great work from Duffy Perry. And then even better from Paige. She does the dummy to no one, sells North Atlantic, stomps her way into the try zone, and they will be seen later on in that championship matchup.
We'll transition back to the All-Stars, where Lone Star will be taking on the Big Ten. Later on, though, at 12:36 will be Great Waters against Eastern Penn. And then for the final at 12:59 p.m., we will have the Mid-Atlantic against the Eastern Penn side. See you soon.
In our game, we play with our hearts. We don't play with sticks, bats, or gloves. We don't wear shoulder pads or helmets. We keep playing when it hurts. And we leave everything on the field. What we wear must be built for our game.
Let's get ready. Major League Rugby is now.
This is the moment we waited for. Everything you want is right here. We gon' give them what they came for. We gon' take it up from last year.
The Rugby Network is giving you all the free MLR content you want, live and on demand. Never miss a hit, never miss a try, never miss your team. MLR on TRN. Never miss a match.
Does she love better than I can? There's a big black sky over my town. I know you're in my bed, she can know. Yeah, I know it's stupid. Just gotta see it.
We are back at National Collegiate Rugby's College Rugby All-Stars. It is the quest for the cup here this weekend. We are in the All-Star semifinals right now. John Broker with Abby Augustitis, U.S. Olympian, bringing you this one. It is Lone Star, number 1 in their Pool A, and number 2 in Pool B, Big Ten. Great game coming up.
The Big Ten in the gray on the left-hand side of your screen. Keep your eyes on Mia Blocker. She does it all. She makes her tackles, she gets the turnovers, and she scores the tries. Elizabeth Jewell wearing number 1, also one to keep your eye on. And then shifting over to Lone Star in the blue, it's gotta be the combo, the dynamic duo. Leah Lockerman, number 9, to Leslie Uatafe wearing number 3.
Keep your eye out for those players as we move forward here. It is Lone Star, winner of this plays the winner of North Atlantic and Allegheny, our next semifinal. Right after this, and early from Big Ten. What work, a little bobble on the kickoff against Lone Star. Just pop that one up, take it into the try zone, and Big Ten, just like that, up 5-0.
Big Ten capitalizing on a miscommunication from Lone Star. No one jumping at that one, just letting it dribble. But really nice heads-up play from Big Ten. Just a little bit of football skills, and then in to the try zone to open up this match.
Well, shadow on that side of the field. Couldn't quite see who scored that one, but what a start for this Big Ten team. Big Ten, number 2 in Pool B. They're 2-1-1. So 4-0 are Lone Star, but early exchange here goes to Big Ten, and they will restart here. Lone Star, an opportunity right now. Ball in hand is Lauren Anderson has it. Lauren Anderson, powerful, hands off a first runner down the touchline there. Lauren Anderson does not seem to want to be stopped and will not be stopped. The senior from Southern Nazarene University just powers her way down the touchline. We are tied up just like that.
Lauren Anderson. Clean catch off the kickoff. They right that wrong from the first one, and then she just stares into her eyes. Madison Wright does not break eye contact and does not break her stride using that right hand fend, and has an immediate answer for Elizabeth Jewell's early try.
She's powerful and she's short. She's just 5 foot, so she's just kind of holding off her defender right there. So great work by Anderson to score that try. It is going to be no good from Giesik. Alicia Giesik misses that one. So we're at 5-0, or 5-5, pardon me. The senior from Okinawa, Japan. We're all tied up again. Kick to come from Lone Star this time. Uatafe, Southern Nazarene University star, does not quite hit that one like she would want, so it's a free kick at midfield here for Big Ten. Very uncommon for Uatafe in that, but she's going to have to come back around as Casanave takes that ball into contact. Big Ten looking for runners here, taken down to the 40-meter line. They've got options either way. Have to get the ball first. Casanave does it again. A little bouncer there. Referee says that's fine. They're going to continue to work their way forward. Big whistle from the ref. Another penalty here. This one against Lone Star. And we are going to see a player. I thought she's pointing in another direction. I was getting that right. It's a Big Ten player, and Madison McDonald is going to take 2 minutes in the bin. So it's a penalty for Lone Star, and they've chosen a scrum.
Big Ten with ball in hand. Messy ball. She tries to clean it up. She does so. Is Madison McDonald. I think it's just the fend to the face. You can't actually go above the shoulders on attack or defense. So yellow card. So they're down to just 6. I'd love to see Lone Star use that top half of the pitch.
Coming around this side is Uatafe. Uatafe steps towards her player and then wraps around, beats a second one with a fend, beats a third one with a fend, but player takes her down eventually, gets it to Giesik. Giesik puts it back to Anderson. She has a 1 to her name so far, but then they get it away, and it is in the hands of Leah Lockerman. Lockerman strides away, and Leah Lockerman headed to the line. The senior from Austin, Texas, Texas Tech University biology major. 5 points as they pull ahead.
Well, who else? Leah Lockerman. But Talesi Uatafe, she does all the hard yards. It's some messy offloads, and Uatafe ends up with ball in hand again, and she finds her finisher. She finds the prolific try scorer of the weekend. It is Leah Lockerman. It is her 7th of this weekend.
Another one, no good there, so 10-5. Both scored a bit on the angle, so those kicks not as easy. But Uatafe will get us started again. Still a player in the bin, so still up 1. Our Lone Star. We'll see if they can capitalize again. Uatafe. Switches field this time. Hangs it up over right. Looking for the corner. Lockerman in there trying to force the issue, but cannot dislodge the ball. So Big Ten through their number 1, Jewel. Move it out wide. They have a runner and blocker. Blocker. This is what she has done so well. Just find her space and take a turn there. Mia Blocker. She has been electric all weekend. The University of Notre Dame first-year player scores 5, and we are tied up into this semifinal.
Big Ten down to just 6 players on the pitch. Mia Blocker receives the ball just outside her own 22. A little footwork, but the speed. This woman has scored a try in every single match she's played in.
Kick was good, so we have a lead change here. It is 12-10 to the Big Ten. Lone Star to receive this. Everything to play for. As I said, the winner plays the winner of North Atlantic Allegheny coming up next. That'll be the last game of the day here on this stadium field. Longer kick inside the 22. Bounces a little in behind there, so tougher ball to take for Lone Star. They're going to have to work from inside their own 22. They have plenty of runners. Coming across the field from Uatafe, Lauren Anderson running a little bit of an unders line there. Couldn't take the ball full flight, but what a great little flip pass there from her to Lockerman. Lockerman is going to turn the corner. Lockerman has 1 player to beat. She's striding away. And again, it has been Madison Wright called on to do so much work in the back there for Big Ten. And another try here, another lead change. This is exciting. It is 15-12 to Lone Star.
Leah Lockerman on the receiving end of this Lone Star team try. But it's the swag, it's the confidence from this woman that just oozes out. She doesn't even break her run. She doesn't shift the ball because she doesn't need to. She knows she has the pace. She knows she has the afterburners, and she takes her team into the lead.
So 15-12 going into the half here for Lone Star. Everything to play for. 2 exciting teams. Stick with us. We'll be back in just a minute with second half action.
Let's get ready. Major League Rugby is now.
This is the moment we waited for. Everything you want is right here. We gon' give them what they came for. We gon' take it up from last year.
The Rugby Network is giving you all the free MLR content you want, live and on demand. Never miss a hit, never miss a try, never miss your team. MLR on TRN. Never miss a match.
Welcome back. It has been an exciting first half, 15-12. John Broker, Abby Gustitis, Lone Star in the lead, going to kick this one off. But these teams are just finding their way to the tri-zone, Abby.
Big Ten receiving this restart, looking to hold on to it, build some pressure, but it's Uatafe who's right in the mix.
Uatafe gets that going. There's an advantage arm out from the referee. We'll see if that materializes. Ball's going to come back here. The advantage was to Big Ten, but it's theirs. They have open field out here. They have to get it there first. Closing down well is the defense. Lauren Anderson with a big hit for Lone Star. Now they're looking for a runner to take the corner. That corner is closing down. Giesick, great work on defense. Joined there by Bella Rankin. Penalty against Big Ten. Opportunity here to extend this 3-point lead for Lone Star. Excuse me, they have called for that scrum right there, and it looks like they're still up a player.
Giesick, great work on defense. She was marking 2 players the entire time. She gives the outside, but she never fully commits. And then great work over the ball was Bella Rankin. Just gets that low body height, chest right over the ball, and is able to win that turnover.
Kaylee Goodwin, the Louisville, Texas native, gets that one out, holds it just a little bit. Uatafe gets it in behind her. So gonna have to do a little work, shows the ball, able to keep her feet with some strength there, gets it to Lockerman, and now they go wide. The Lone Stars looking for another try here, but bundled into touch. They'll come back. It's gonna be a line out here where referee has an arm up for a high tackle penalty. So Lone Star will have this again with the opportunity, spending most of this scoreless second half, nearly scoreless second half, down in this end.
I am here for the Kirkley blocker battle. Kirkley, the speedster for Lone Star. Blocker, the ultimate defender for Big Ten. And Blocker wins that one. But we will come back for the high tackle. And Lone Star again choosing the scrum. A different tactic than we've seen this weekend. Used to a lot of quick taps, but Goodwin with ball in hand.
Goodwin, you have Uatafe, first receiver. It gets the ball. Running towards the line. Lockerman, second runner out. Coming wider here, but up over the head of Kirkley. Kirkley has to go back. Kirkley looking for the corner, puts on the speed. A shirt tackle right there, but ball comes back in. Well done. It's Goodwin comes across. Uatafe puts that one up. Did it bounce back? It's bounced off a couple of times here. Referee's going to whistle. Do we have 2 knock-ons or just 1? We have 2, so it's going to be a Big Ten ball. 3-point game here. 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go.
Kirkley had a lot of work to do. She cleaned up well. Goodwin gets it to Uatafe, and she tries to miss Lockerman. Lockerman's used to that ball coming from Talesi Uatafe, but I don't think that one was intended for her. So miscue, and then ball back in Lone Star's hands.
Back to Lone Star here indeed. It's going to be Goodwin to put this one in. So they're getting a little bit of the rub of the green here, our Lone Star. Anderson gets a foot back to that. Uatafe to Lockerman. Lockerman from a standing start. Spills that ball in behind, but Uatafe there to clean it up. Hands off one, works her way back in, hangs onto the ball. Wasn't held, but gets it to Anderson. Anderson, ball in 2 hands, shaking it, keeping her line there, looking for space on her own. Like she is just powerful and elusive. Eventually taken down, not quite by the first tackler, but by the second. So ball's alive. They have some runners here. It comes across to Rankin. Rankin goes to Lockerman. Lockerman to Uatafe. Uatafe back to Lockerman with the player outside. That is Kirkley, the speedster, headed to the corner, and she is caught up, gets the ball back in, and it is try awarded to Lockerman coming around, but Kirkley did so much work to the sophomore from Texas Tech.
It's a Leah Lockerman hat trick yet again, but Lauren Anderson, take a bow. She's definitely not taking a seat easily. But Lone Star worked the ball back out to Uatafe, ever involved, hits Lockerman on the loop, and then she combines with Kirkley this time. Blocker up for the task, but a messy offload that Lockerman's able to scoop, dive, and add another 5-pointer.
Giesick, another tough one from the corner there, so it doesn't hit that, but they're up by 8, so more than a converted try away. Our Lone Star right now, 20-12.
Big Ten need to take this restart on the full, set the breakdown, and work the phases, challenge this Lone Star defense.
They have 2 minutes. They have time here, and they certainly have the players. Kirkley down in a tackle there. It looked like it might have been illegal. Referee looks the other way, though. Sees something as an infraction from the Big Ten there. We thought Kirkley might have dove on that player on the ground, but we're going to come back to me a scrum here to Lone Star.
Unlucky for Big Ten, agreed. From up here, it looks like Kirkley lost her feet diving into that ruck. But again, for me, not acceptable restart. So see Kirkley diving to the player on the ground. That is actually illegal, as the player is already part of the ground. However, they choose the scrum. I like this tactic as they know clock is winding down.
Ball to Uatafe. Uatafe putting pressure on the line. Gets a beautiful pass out there to Lockerman, and Lockerman takes the corner. This should just about seal it. Lockerman touches down, and Lockerman is having a game.
Leah Lockerman, 4 tries to her name, but Uatafe sets this one up. It's brilliant. She draws in the defense, and then Lockerman uses her speed. Actually has to use a little bit of offended footwork to create this one, but that woman knows where that try zone is, and it's 11 tries on the weekend. That is simply stellar.
I've called a lot of lopsided games lately. I've had to learn some new words. So hat trick is 3, 4 is a glut. So they just scored a glut of tries, has Lockerman. So wonderful work there.
That sounds like a term a forward created, making fun of someone that's much more capable of scoring tries than they are. And so probably somewhere I'd find myself.
Somewhere in there, but ball down to Big Ten. Big Ten down 13 at the moment. Time winding away, no time on the clock, so it should be Lone Star moving into the finals. Into the consolation third, fourth place game will be Big Ten, barring something interesting. Giesecke is making work on defense here. Giesecke cannot quite hang on there. So Big Ten's gonna have the last say through Weisgerber. Now Weisgerber into the try zone. Player came in kind of over the head there, but referee gonna award that one. So a try there for Weisgerber, the first-year player from Purdue.
Big Ten, move it through the hands. It's some really nice skill, actually. And then Weisgerber, too good for Giesecke. Stretches those legs, get past Goodwin as well. And it is a consolation try, and it'll be a consolation match for them later on.
Next matchup will be North Atlantic versus Allegheny. Winner of that plays the Lone Star for the championship game. The one who does not come out on top is going to play Big Ten in the third, fourth place game later today. We're going to step aside for a second. We'll be back with the next matchup in just a minute.
Let's get ready. Major League Rugby is now.
This is the moment we waited for. Everything you want is right here. We gon' give them what they came for. We gon' take it up from last year.
The Rugby Network is giving you all the free MLR content you want, live and on demand. Never miss a hit, never miss a try, never miss your team. MLR on TRN. Never miss a match.
Welcome back. It's the second semifinal. Lone Star won the first. They will go to the championship matchup and play the winner of this game. It is North Atlantic in white and Allegheny in the black and yellow. John Brogan with Olympian Abby Gustitis for this one. We'll take a quick look at some players on these teams.
All to play for in this matchup. Winner gets a ticket to the final. Allegheny, ever-present number 8, Alexis Dallas. She is a ball carrier that I want nothing to do with. And she is surrounded by another player, Dahlia Hill, who's really made an impression onto this side. Flipping over to North Atlantic, Brebe has been ever present, whether it's in the tri-zone or making tackles, and Caitlin Boggs wearing number 8. Look out for her.
Kick to come here from North Atlantic. Olivia Chow kicks that one. The University of New Hampshire junior. Ball bounces. We have a scrum advantage to North Atlantic right away. North Atlantic is the Avis Akers, the Coast Guard player, and a nice break through the middle for Chow right off of that. Dallas in there trying to dig that one out. Chow was over there. Should have been possibly a turnover, but comes back out in the other direction. So Sarah Durant puts around Dallas and continues to go, gets the ball to Akers. Akers, civil engineering major from Kennebuck, Maine at the Coast Guard Academy. Ball goes wide now, get in the hands of Dynas. Dynas looking for the line. Little pop up there. Good early work from North Atlantic, and Caitlin Boggs, the junior from the Coast Guard Academy, is going to touch down the first 5 points.
Certainly didn't take long for Caitlin Boggs to find the tri-zone, but everyone involved from North Atlantic. Boggs sets it up initially, releases Gudinas, and then a little pop for Boggs to fall over the line and get her team started off strong.
Sarah Durant looking to add the extras here. Has the right angle but can't quite hit that one. So Durant, the senior from Paoli, Pennsylvania, goes to Worcester Polytechnic. Is going to hit that, so it'll be a restart here for North Atlantic.
Allegheny just a little miscue on that initial pass off the kickoff restart. Hopefully some of the nerves are out and they can settle into this one.
Chow kicks in the same direction, right into the hands of a waiting Allegheny player, and Haley Hummel to go up that left-hand side. They've got runners out here. Put it in the middle of the field nearly to Dahlia Hill. Dahlia Hill gets a bouncing ball, goes through, so Dallas has to pick that one up and do some work. She's got Boyce outside of her, so we have two very talented players. The ball goes to Boyce. Boyce steps in, cannot get through that tackle, gets to just about the 40-meter line. Nearly ripped away by North Atlantic. It's going to come from Hill back to Dallas. Dallas is going to approach the line and put in a skip pass there. Can they make this work as the ball goes to ground? Cannot work through Mitchell. Gets the ball up to Dallas. However, Dallas one-hands it out there. Ball's in the hands of Dobransky. She's going for the corner. Can she make it? She cannot. Offloads. Gets that one attempt there, so gets the ball up to Mitchell. Working in the corner. Another pickup there. Looking for the tri-zone, but penalized. Our North Atlantic. Ball comes in. Player dives over. We have try here for Allegheny. Allegheny ties it up. We're at 5 in this second semifinal.
Opportunistic try there. Knows the defense has to get back to the try line is Hallie Hummel, who has an answer for Allegheny. But we saw Alexis Dallas, we saw Boyce, we saw a lot of those players in the middle of the pitch doing their part.
Kick is no good, so we're at 5. We're all tied up here. It's going to be an Allegheny kick. 3.5 minutes gone in this first half. North Atlantic will be looking to answer here. North Atlantic 4-0, number 1 in Pool B. Number 2 in Pool A is Allegheny at 2-2. So a lot more competitive games in that pool. The ball goes down to North Atlantic. North Atlantic inside their own 40-meter. Nice step around there from Godinez. She is showing in this game. Puts in a little bounce pass through a couple people, and it gets in the hands of Boggs. Boggs keeps her power going forward, waits for a team to get there. Akers. Akers looking for space back there. Boyce is going to come in and make the tackle. The Irish-born player from Wheeling. Across they come through Chow. Up in the hands of Durant. Chow again. Do they have the width here? Looking to get around there is Breeby. Breeby looking for the line. They are there. Another try, and it is North Atlantic with an answer. 10-5, kick to come.
Breeby doesn't need much space. It's through the hands. Durant takes it forward, inside, offload, but I love that look from Olivia Chow. She knows she has Breeby on the edge, and Breeby backs herself, finding her way into that try zone for the 4th time this weekend.
Kick is no good, so we are 10-5 North Atlantic. About 2 minutes to go in this first half. They will have the restart kick to Allegheny. Allegheny looking to tie this up or go ahead before half, of course. North Atlantic, a little longer this time, over the head of Dallas. Boyce is going to field it about her 5-meter line. Steps to the outside, good run here. Boyce gets across the 22, gets it up to Dallas. Dallas coming down that left-hand side, hands off Akers, but Akers hangs on there. She's still going, Dallas, keeps the ball in field, does not go into touch. And penalized is Dallas for holding on. Player came in and over there from this Northeast team and was able to draw the penalty.
Great turnover from Caitlin Boggs. She's a tackler assist. And then have a look. North Atlantic go quickly. Can they make it another 5?
Dinah's headed for that try line. Can she get over safely? She does. It is another try for this North Atlantic team. They put their lead to 10.
All starts from the turnover. Boggs earns the penalty. And then it's the show and go from Avis Akers. She has her speedster that she connects with. Godinez. She was deprived earlier, but this time she makes her way and just over the whitewash, taking North Atlantic to that 2-score lead.
10 points here. Kick coming from Durant. Durant is not going to hit that one, so they have a 10-point lead, 15-5. North Atlantic over Allegheny. 30 seconds left on the game clock here in the first half, so we have time. Certainly Allegheny has time if they can get a player free to cut down the lead here before they go into the break.
North Atlantic really in control of this match this first half. If I were them, I'd kick deep again.
And they have. They're listening to Abby down there. Good choice as Maya Weber goes back on that one. And spilled forward, so excellent result here for North Atlantic because there seems to be time for a scrum. So North Atlantic opportunity on the line down here to extend their lead before the half.
And what an attacking position to be in, especially when you have that combination out wide between your center and your wing and basically an entire width of the pitch to work with.
Big pressure coming in from Allegheny, but they get the ball away. Big, powerful run out there to Chow. Chow has a runner out wide. They're looking to score again, and over the line goes Caitlin Boggs. Caitlin Boggs touches down, and we're at 20-5 going into the half.
Clean scrum for North Atlantic, a hard carry up from Pascarello, and then the offload to Chow connects with Boggs. She doesn't have too much work to do, but Boyce not quite good enough to get her down. And it's another try for North Atlantic.
That one is also no good, so we're going to go into the half at 20-5. Looking good for North Atlantic. A lot of work to do for Allegheny. Winner takes on Lone Star in the final. Stay with us. We'll be back.
In our game, we play with our hearts. We don't play with sticks, bats, or gloves. We don't wear shoulder pads or helmets. We keep playing when it hurts. And we leave everything on the field. What we wear must be built for our game.
Let's get ready. Major League Rugby is now.
This is the moment we waited for. Everything you want is right here. We gon' give them what they came for. We gon' take it up from last year.
The Rugby Network is giving you all the free MLR content you want, live and on demand. Never miss a hit, never miss a try, never miss your team. MLR on TRN. Never miss a match.
Welcome back to the second half. North Atlantic will be receiving this one in the driver's seat, 20-5. Allegheny the kickoff. Winner plays Lone Star All-Stars in the final. John Broker, Abby Gustitis. Abby, a bit of surprise to some people, but certainly not North Atlantic.
No, North Atlantic have been in the driver's seat of this match. They have their eyes on the championship, but not after these first 7 minutes. And it is still all to play for. We know Rugby Sevens is a brutal game.
It certainly can be as that ball rolls back to the tri-zone. So starting from their own end here are North Atlantic. North Atlantic, a good break to get us going here. Another good break. It is Tobias Kudinas has really shown up here in this matchup. A lot of these players, that's Sarah Durant. Durant gets across halfway. So from their own tri-zone, North Atlantic fighting their way forward. That's Akers, the Coast Guard player, one of a number of them on this side, hauled in a touch. So it's going to be Allegheny with a line out here, and they need some early points, this Allegheny team.
You always think there's that tiny little gap, bit of room to work with, but you dance with the sideline. And Allegheny just marshal them into touch after this pickup from Akers. I would have liked to see them use the width, so now Allegheny line out, see if they can find some space.
Allegheny, Dallas has the ball in hand. Dallas looks to pass and then takes it herself right in contact. A little pick and go there from this Allegheny team. Allegheny working their way forward. They're at the 40-meter line of North Atlantic, but North Atlantic players right in and over that one. I thought it would have been a penalty, but a penalty against North Atlantic. I thought it would go to them, so Allegheny ball.
Allegheny, they need to keep it moving here. Quick tap, find the tri-zone as quickly as you can.
Taylor Powell wants to do just that as Taylor Powell barrels through a couple of tackles, gets it up to Alexis Dallas. Alexis Dallas from 5 meters out. Ball squirts out of her hands. It is in the hands of North Atlantic. We're going to come back for that knock-on. Will be a scrum here to North Atlantic deep in their own zone.
Allegheny, pop it up. Dallas tries to barrel through, but the defense from North Atlantic just dislodged that ball, and it'll be a scrum at their own 5 meter. So if I was Allegheny, you have to put some pressure on this scrum. Create messy ball. See if you can force an error.
Akers puts that one in. Looks one way, takes on Dallas and gets by her. So here comes Avis Akers, puts a pass in, felt that player coming. Little pop up to the side here, and here come North Atlantic playing very intelligently down the side here. This is Caitlin Boggs. She has 3 defenders around her. She's going to cut back in. Boyce trying to rip that one away. Referee thought about a whistle there, but they're going to keep going here. That is Pasquarello. Pasquarello to the ground there, waiting for Boggs to come in and clear this one away. Akers in the first receiver spot, goes through, puts a ball up, it goes forward. So we're going to come back for a scrum for Allegheny. But 4 minutes left to go in this half. Time working on the side of North Atlantic right now.
I would have liked to see Boggs just back herself, use the fend. She cuts back in, and then once you get that much go forward, you've sucked in the defense. You need to use the width. They got caught going at first receiver, and that's where all of Allegheny's defenders are.
Dallas will be putting this ball in. Change coming in for Allegheny. We're just waiting for right here. That change is going to be Alexis Dallas. Hill is going to step into the distributor role. So Allegheny has brought in Morgan Mattia. See what kind of effect she can have in this matchup. Again, winner plays Lone Star in the championship. Loser plays in the third, fourth place game against Big Ten.
Allegheny split the field. I like this option. They finally are going to use both sides of the scrum. They got Mattia on the bottom half of your screen, and she is a threat, but they don't maintain the ball.
Ball comes back to North Atlantic, and Akers right there in the spot. Akers has been phenomenal in these tight exchanges here and directing a lot of traffic for this team. As the ball comes up to Durant, Durant heads for the corner, gets the ball a little wider to the hand of Boggs. Driven forward, referee's going to whistle penalty against this North Atlanta team for not releasing.
Penalty to Allegheny. They need to move. They have 90 meters to go, and they still need 3 scores.
Powell takes that one into contact and just puts the pass up. A little desperation coming in here for Allegheny. You can see it there from that knock-on. So it's going to be a scrum here for North Atlantic. With 2 minutes to go in this semifinal matchup, these are big moments.
There's just no sense of urgency from Allegheny. They're not quite on the same page. Going from a slow to a fast pace. But ball back in North Atlantic, and they'll look to coast through to a championship matchup.
Ball out here to North Atlantic. North Atlantic looking to burn the clock down here. Konieczny took that one in. Ball up into the hands of Coluccio. Little break here, ball spills. Nice work here from North Atlantic. A good little one-handed pass up there. They're near the line, they're over the line. It is a sure thing. If it wasn't before, it's 25-5. North Atlantic over Allegheny. Great try.
North Atlantic and Hannah Pasquarello add another try. Boggs with a big carry. It's a little messy, but the interplay is well worked from the North Atlantic side. Boggs just gets the one arm free. No, she has her teammate who bullies her way over the try line.
The kick is good, so we're 27-5 with not much time on the clock here, about 30 seconds. So it looks like it's gonna be a Lone Star North Atlantic final. Fascinating matchup to come. Allegheny will take on Big Ten in the third and fourth place game. Still a lot to play for, a lot of scouting here for the Algarve Sevens. NCR will take men's and women's teams to Portugal. Play some great sevens over there as that ball bounces to the 22. Allegheny rounding the corner at the end there. Annabelle Shim was the one who took that down and passed that ball on. And they're just inside their own half. Referee whistles it up. It's going to be a penalty against North Atlantic. Shim. Little handoff there. Allegheny not giving up. Of course, McGovern takes that into contact. Loud blast there from the referee. looks at her watch, and that's the end of that one. It is North Atlantic taking the win. They're going to face Lone Star. That game is going to be at 1:45 p.m. on Stadium Field this afternoon. Abby and I will bring you that game. We're going to take a little break right now. We'll be back with some consolation matches and Rising Stars around 11:50. Then the third, fourth place game at 12:36, 12:59, the Rising Stars Championship, and then we go into the All-Star rounds. Stay with us here on the Rugby Network, National Collegiate Rugby, bringing you all this great work. We'll be back in a bit.
In our game, we play with our hearts. We don't play with sticks, bats, or gloves. We don't wear shoulder pads or helmets. We keep playing when it hurts. And we leave everything on the field. What we wear must be built for our game.
Let's get ready. Major League Rugby is now.
This is the moment we waited for. Everything you want is right here. We gon' give them what they came for. We gon' take it up from last year.
The Rugby Network is giving you all the free MLR content you want, live and on demand. Never miss a hit, never miss a try, never miss your team. MLR on TRN. Never miss a match.